In today's video, we'll be getting the Filler Up and Service with a Smile achievements. The Filler Up achievement requires that we refuel at any ground station, while the Service with a Smile achievement requires that we request the 8 pre-flight ground services shown on screen. Let's start with the Filler Up achievement, since this is one of the pre-flight ground services needed for Service with a Smile. From the world map, select an airport with a fuel box. I will pick Santa Monica Municipal, which is KSMO. And then select the fuel box as your starting location. For simplicity, I'll use the Cessna 172, but this should work with any plane. Now let's start the flight. When the flight starts, the fuel menu should pop up. Simply increase the fuel to 100% and you should get the achievement. If the fuel menu doesn't display, you can always select it from the top and increase the fuel to 100% from here. Once that's completed, we'll end this flight and return to the main menu. Now onto the remaining items for Service with a Smile. The remaining pre-flight services require the use of an airliner at a large airport. I'll be using the Boeing 747 at LAX. You can use the Airbus A320 and any other major airport if you'd like. At KLAX, select any of the gates and then start the flight. Make sure you pick a gate and not a ramp. I'll be using gate 134. The flight will start with the aircraft fully powered off. We will need the radios to request the services, so let's turn on the electrical power. In the 747, this can be done by looking at the overhead panel, opening the cover on the battery switch, pressing the battery master on, and then turning standby power to auto. You will see the switches light up and the screens turn on. Now we have the ability to operate the radios. From the menu, select ATC, tune Los Angeles ground on any of the frequencies, and then select ground services at the bottom. Let's start with the Jetway Connection.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, the jetway is going to be connected.
Next, we can request a fuel supply.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send a fuel truck?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, a fuel truck is on the road.
The fuel truck can take a while, depending on the size of the airport. You can continue requesting pre-flight services or wait until it arrives. When the fuel truck finally shows up, the fuel window will display. Increase your fuel supply to 100%. Next, we have the power supply.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send a ground power unit?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, a ground power unit is on the road.
Next is the baggage.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send the baggage?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 baggage is on the way.
Next, we select Catering Service.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send the catering truck?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, the catering truck is on the road.
Now that the catering service is finished, we can disconnect the power supply.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, I am done with power.
And then we can disconnect the jetway.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Finally, we can request a pushback.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 requesting pushback.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, pushback request accepted.
This concludes the pre-flight services at the gate. We'll end this flight and start one more at the ramp to get the final one. From the world map, select KLAX again, pick any of the ramps, and start the flight. I'm using gate E9 ramp GA large. Again, turn on the battery power as before. From the ATC menu, select any Los Angeles ground frequency, ground services, and then request ramp connection.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send a ramp?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, a ramp is on its way.
You should get the achievement after requesting the ramp connection, but I've heard some people do not get it until they requested a ramp disconnection. To be safe, request a ramp disconnection once the ramp truck is completely connected to the aircraft.
Los Angeles ground Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, I am done with the ramp.
And that's it. We should now have the filler up and service with a smile achievements. If you have any questions about these achievements, or you'd like to see another one covered in a future video, leave a comment down below. You can also find me on Twitch. I'm live most evenings, streaming this game and many others. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.